Have you ever wondered how satellites are launched into space? On Friday, April 5th at 5:12 a.m., SpaceX launched 23 Starlink satellites via its Falcon 9 rocket into space from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station in Florida. Launching the rocket carrying these satellites is a bit like tossing a frisbee into the sky, but with a lot more power and precision. Imagine for a moment you're holding a frisbee. You take a deep breath, aim towards the sky, and with a swift flick of your wrist, off it goes, soaring through the air. Now, replace that frisbee with a giant rocket, and instead of your arm, you have a massive engine filled with rocket fuel. And instead of the sky above your local park, you're aiming for the vast expanse of space. That's a bit like how SpaceX launches their Falcon 9 rockets. SpaceX has had over 300 launches. This Falcon 9 rocket was used to ship 23 Starlink broadband satellites into the company's ever-expanding constellation of satellites in low Earth orbital space. These satellites are used to provide Starlink customers with high-speed internet access. Once the Falcon 9 rocket got high enough into space, it let go of these satellites, like releasing a handful of glitter into the wind. The satellites then spread out and started their new job in space. But what happened to the rocket, you ask? Well, it didn't just float away into space. Instead, it came back down and landed on a drone ship floating in the ocean, ready to be used again for another mission. It's a bit like a boomerang coming back to you after you throw it. This successful mission marked a big step for SpaceX. They've now launched hundreds of these missions, each one helping us to learn more about space and improve how we communicate with each other here on Earth. So there you have it. Launching a rocket is a bit like throwing a frisbee or launching a pencil into the sky. It takes a lot of power, precision, and planning, but the result is something truly out of this world. In summary, SpaceX recently launched a Falcon 9 rocket from Cape Canaveral. The rocket carried 23 Starlink satellites into space before returning back to Earth to land on a drone ship. Each successful mission brings us one step closer to understanding more about the vast expanse of space that lies beyond our planet. But SpaceX's mission extends beyond just launching rockets and satellites into space. It's also about connecting the world. In an exciting development, SpaceX officials have just announced that Argentina is the 72nd country to gain access to Starlink's high-speed internet service. Argentina now joins the list as the 7th country in South America to be brought under Starlink's umbrella. With each successful launch, the reach of Starlink's high-speed internet service is expanding, bringing more and more countries into the fold. As SpaceX continues to push the boundaries of space exploration, it is also bringing the world closer together, one launch at a time.